Hi, I'm Sheri Kreiner, and let me ask you a question. Are you happy with your current financial and personal situation? Now just ponder that while I discuss with you the book The Millions Within, Chapter 1. And this chapter, it will help you to obtain the life that you so desire to have. Um, Now, the other day when I did my video, I did it on a sort of like a broad overview of the entire book, The Millions Within, and I had said that I would do chapter by chapter from each day there forward, and there's a total of 8 chapters. By the way, feel free to subscribe. Click the subscribe button, as I would really like that. And also, just to let you know, I do have notes that I'll be looking at from time to time, just to let you know. So, moving forward, David Neagle, who is the author of the book The Millions Within, discussed some events in his childhood. He noted that some people had problems that centered around, having a lack of money, while others did not. No matter who he asked about why some people had problems, with having a lack of money, and while some others didn't, he never received a straight answer. But some people felt those without money problems were either lucky or dishonest. But David didn't, he didn't believe in luck, nor did he believe that people with wealth were dishonest. No, not at all. He felt that there must be some governing law behind success, and so that information could be obtained, resulting in his own success. Scrolling forward at this point, where David was 22 years old, he was a high school dropout. He was married with 2 children. He was making $20,000 per year and working 6.5 days a week. He truly hated his job. He hated, everybody that was around him. He worked only for a paycheck and worked only hard enough to keep from getting fired. He was afraid that he would get stuck in this sort of lifestyle and never get out. That was a great fear of his. He had no idea at this point of how to change the situation at all. But then one day he just stopped and asked himself, what kind of life is it that I really want? His dreams, they were fairly small. He decided that he wanted 4 things, and these 4 things were a car, a house, a boat, and he wanted to earn $40,000 per year. So, fairly small. Shortly thereafter, he was involved in a near-fatal accident. He was off work for a month. When he went back to work, he felt that the universe owed him those things that, he so wanted to have, those things I just listed. But you know what? His situation never changed. David then became so frustrated that he just broke down and cried. At that moment, he asked himself, what was it that he wasn't doing right? And how could he change the situation for himself? Then he heard a distant voice from inside his own head. And what he heard was this voice saying, change your attitude. He had an internal struggle with part of this because he thought, change your attitude, is that it? It can't be that easy. So he decided that he would make a change. He did make that decision to make a change, And he modeled the change after the owner of the company that he had worked for. The owner generally was happy, pleasant, and he treated everybody with respect. David committed himself at the very moment to change these three things. Number one, act as though that he loved what he did at work. Number two, treat everybody with respect and, nothing but total respect. Number three, do his job to the very best of his ability. Then David committed to these changes for 12 months straight. He was going to make these changes and these changes only. There wasn't any other changes in addition to these. He was only focusing on these three changes. He did not take any additional schooling, or even at this time he did not read any self-help books. What he did constituted shifting what was going on inside of his head, is what he did. In as little as 12 months, David tripled his income. At the income of $60,000 per year, he had set another goal to make $80,000 per year. However, nothing seemed to be changing for him. That amount, it didn't change, and he didn't, it didn't seem to be meeting his goal of $80,000. He felt something perhaps was blocking him. After discussing the situation with his mentor, the concept of earning $60,000 per month was introduced. David was advised that worrying about the how he was going to make $60,000 per month wasn't the focus. Rather, it was suggested that he just own the desire to make $60,000 per month. Within 11 months, he was making $60,000 per month. And his income only, went up thereafter, even significantly more. The point that David Neagle is making in this first chapter is that your life should be abundant, prosperous, healthy, and full of life and friends. Okay, to obtain the life that you want, you need to shift your awareness that the life that you so desire, is possible. It's all about awareness and to believe that things, it is possible for me, for you, for anybody to actually do something that they want to change so badly, to make a better life for themselves. And then, the changes will begin to take place. That is exactly how he did it. This concludes chapter 1, and chapter 2 will come tomorrow and addresses the concept of who you are. Now, this is very exciting to me. It is, because understanding who you are is very necessary to begin the process of becoming who you want to be and the kind of life that you truly want to live. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, as my email is down, underneath this video in the text area. And also, I'm on Facebook, so feel free to contact me in Facebook Messenger. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this discussion on Chapter 1 of The Millions Within, and I hope that you received value. I hope that you did. Of course I do. And if so, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And just, again, there's plenty of more coming. There's a total of 8 chapters, and today was Chapter 1. If you'd like, and if you'd like to learn more about what I do here online, feel free to connect with me also on Facebook Messenger. And remember, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. I have a terrible time saying that. So that you will get notifications for the upcoming book discussions on the Millions Within, and for the upcoming further videos I'll be hosting on other topics as well. Thank you very much, and I hope you have an amazing day.